welcome to my bathroom. And obviously that frightful. Today I just want to show you my toilet, my composting toilet, which happens to be Separett Villa. And we've had this now for 10 years. So we've been pooping on the thing for 10 years now. So I thought I'd do a little review of this toilet, this throne that I happen to be sitting on, after 10 years of use. Don't worry, it has been emptied. I'm sure you're glad about that. But anyway, while you're here, if you can click like and subscribe, and maybe a little bell icon, because then you get a warm, fuzzy feeling in your pocket, and that'll be me uploading another video. Yeah, they're cool, they're fine. You know, they're a bit of a learning curve. Sometimes you might feel, one of them things, but they're not that bad, they're okay. And we were in the same boat when we first got this one, and to convince the missus that we were going to be on a composting toilet wasn't that easy. So I had to go for something that looked a bit like a toilet. So let's have a look at it, shall we? I'll try and do this video without editing. So it's real life poo talk. What a dirty mouth I have. Right, so what it is this. This is the Separett Villa toilet. And it's not too bad either. And as you can see, it looks a little bit like a toilet that you might see in your home, sort of traditional sort of toilet, but it's all made from plastic. And what makes this one a little bit more unusual to other composting toilets is it has things like the privacy flap, which is this thing here. So when you push, the seat down, so you plug your bum on there, it pushes a button, a little blue button there, and it opens the privacy flap, like so. But that's not all that's unusual about this particular toilet, is that there's a phenomenon about composting toilets that you might not know about. It's called poo pyramiding. Yes, poo pyramiding, which is basically what happens when you poop into the same spot again and again and again, and you create stalactites, or is it stalagmites? What will go up? Can't remember. Anyway, you create a pile of poo all in one place. But what happens with this one, every time you plonk your bum down like that, it actually turns the bucket at the same time. Let's see if we can see that, shall we? Don't worry, it's empty. So there's the flap, sit on the actual seat, plonk, and it opens. So if I do it several times, can you see the bucket, or the stuff that's on the bucket, actually rotating a bit each and every time? Hey, what? Let's put a light down there. Right, that might be a bit easier now to see. So there you go. Look, so every time I do that, the bucket rotates about 10 centimetres every time the actual seat is sat upon the throne. So this is just the that thing at the back there is the trim that's supposed to be on the ceiling, but the rest of the parts are not ceiling there at the moment, so I've dropped the trim down off the ceiling. So anyway. So that's not normally there, that is. So what we have here also, the other thing that makes it so unusual, it has a venting system. So we have this, like a stack pipe at the back here, but it's just for air, and within this toilet there's a fan, which I can show you. Oh, look at that, I remember it's 10 years old, so it's not going to be perfect. There's a fan unit in there, which is a bit like a computer fan, and I have actually had to replace it once, but I did actually replace it with a computer fan. And it runs on 12 volts, which is run by a little transformer over there, or you could connect to a solar panel, which would be fine. And that extracts any smells through that vent pipe to outside, which is fine. The only good thing about these toilets is it has what you call a separate, hence the name Separett. It separates the urine from the faeces. So you're not mixing the faeces and the poo together, which makes a horrible chemical reaction, and it then smells nasty. We have no problems in this toilet apart from the smells of this toilet, especially from the poo, which just sounds a little bit strange. But if we do have any problems with smell, it usually is because the urine pipe in the bottom here, I don't know if you're able to see that, without my gimbal going crazy. Just here, there's a little pipe there, and it runs to the outside, and it goes to a silicone pipe, which is on the other side of the back wall here, then it goes outside to a collection receptacle. and basically it can calcify inside because you have mineral deposits in your urine. Remember, urine when it leaves your body is sterile, so it's not, health-wise it's not an issue. If there's any pathogens in your excrement, will be in there, and then you hot compost it. Hot composting basically should kill the pathogens. So it makes it perfectly safe to use on the garden. I compost for 2 years. You can might better do one, yeah, it really depends on your composting method. So what we have here, the mechanism that actually does the work regarding the rotating of the... Actually, I'll probably show you this a little bit better, actually. The bin rotation. So there's the bin. I'll press a button, see what happens. And if you look, all that flat's... Oh, no, you can't see that. And as it goes back, this basically rotates every time you sit on the toilet seat. So you don't get, like, a big mass of poo in one place. It just spreads it around inside the bin. And then what we do is we take it outside to our hot composters, which basically are plastic sealed composters for which we can stir and what have you. Rotational composters are very good for that purpose, and it builds up so much heat it just kills any pathogens, but also it turns it into literally quite a nice compost. You'd be surprised how nice it is. Your hands in there, scooped at the stuff, Oh. But we do put a bit of sawdust in the bottom because it makes it easy to empty the bags. We don't put the bag in the compost, we actually empty the bags. You can buy biodegradable bags for use for this particular toilet, which are fine, but they take longer to decompose, and the problem with them is I find I get little bits of plastic in my compost, which I don't want. So we tend to use a biodegradable bag, but then we put it to one side, a vegetable-based bag, but then we put it to one side, and we either reuse the bag, because sometimes if it's plopped straight out, we can use it again. Which is not, it does sound disgusting, but it's actually okay. Right, then the little faults we found with this toilet is some of the components in it are not corrosion proof. One is the levers at the back. There's one here, and there's one on the other side, and what they do is they release the mechanism so you can put the lid back down again. They corrode. You can see the paint is all rusted off them, so they're just mild steel. That's not such a good idea. So I wasn't very impressed with that. The other thing that was a bit crazy is that on the back here, there is a fly screen. That fly screen, after a while, sort of becomes a little bit less secure. And I did have a tie wrap on it. For some reason, we seem to have lost it, and it usually falls into the poo bucket. Lovely idea. So what I found after emptying the compost heap, all right down amongst it was a bright yellow fly screen. So that wasn't very helpful. The other thing I noticed was the cable here, which drives the button and the flap arrangement, can corrode. So what I've done is I've greased it. So I've made sure I put loads of grease on it so it doesn't rot through. And the other thing what happened is you can see here with the flap here, there's a gap. It wasn't really a problem because what happens is when it's hot, the weight of this flap is literally it starts to sag after a while. So all I did is I put a little bit of plastic pipe over the stop so it can then stop against the plastic pipe, because what was happening is it was shooting across and getting jammed up. That was a little bit silly. I'm not sure if the new ones are any better, but that's what I have to do with that. Regarding the calcification of the urine, because it basically comes through the separator unit here and into this little funnel arrangement at the bottom here. You can see that there. And then it goes through the pipe and out. But you can remove all this. This is all removable, and you can split the pipe into two. So the calcifies up. It's not a problem. But what we've been doing is we've actually been occasionally put the hydrochloric acid in it, and it kind of breaks down the actual yuck, and then it'll just slide through the pipe without any problem. But obviously you don't leave it in there. You make sure that you flush it through some clean water. So that is basically our composting toilet. And it's like I say, it's the Separett Villa, and it's made by a Swedish company. Trapped my arm. I better wash my hands after this. And we've had it for 10 years, and it's still going strong. It's the same toilet seat, hence still got the do not stand up and pee in that sticker on it. That's the thing about these toilets. Unless you want the exact aim, you've got to make sure it gets into that bit you pee. Alright, so men, you want to make sure that you're sitting down when you pee. So you pee go in that bit and not in that bit, because otherwise you're going to have a smell, and it can be very good. Oops, and you tighten it up. So, yeah, what we have in our house, which combats this problem anyways, I've actually fitted the urinal downstairs, so we have an actual urinal as well. So it's the Separett Villa, and frankly, I'm actually quite impressed with it. Really, it is a good little toilet, and it's made, like I say, it's made in Sweden. It's a good thing. But anyway, that's enough of my toilet and my pollutant habits, and I hope you like my little video on my Separett Villa composting toilet. So if you've got if you're transitioning over from a traditional kind of flush toilet system to a composting toilet, this is actually quite a good solution if you're a bit squeamish about composting toilets, or you're worried what your guests might think. We've had no issues with this. I guess feeling quite curious about it. You know, the issue about how you flush a toilet. Look for buttons and levers and all sorts of stuff, but they don't have to, because it's a composting toilet. So don't forget though, any composting toilet, you still need somewhere to put the stuff. So you need a composting unit, whether a rotational one, so it's easy to stir, or some kind of bundled or sealed kind of composter. But you will need to stir. I've made a hook device that you poke in and it sprays and you pull it up, and then as in it speeds it up. And I also add sawdust into my compost as we empty this, because it makes for a much nicer compost, or leaf mould or anything like that. But anyway, that's enough of me, and if you'd be most kind, give us a like and a subscribe, and maybe a comment below if there's anything you'd like to know. But don't forget the little bell icon, because then you get a little notification in your pocket, and that'll be me uploading a new video. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'm gonna poo. Boop.